Hello everybody, welcome to part 5 of Microsoft Excel 2010 VBA Programming for Beginners. In this video I'm going to show how to highlight an item or a cell that meets a certain criteria without having to use the conditional formatting. But I'm also going to show you how you can use the macro recorder to work for you. That way you don't have to necessarily write all of the code. So the very first thing I'm going to do is hit record macro, and I'm just going to put highlight code, and I'm going to hit enter or OK, and I'm going to select D9, and I'm going to pick home. I'm going to color it yellow, and then I'm going to make it bold, and then I'm going to go on and turn off my recording. Back to the developers tab, click stop recording, and I'm going to go to macros, and I'm going to edit the one that says highlight code. In here we can see that the VBA macro recorder created some code for us, and it's doing selecting range D9. With the selection, it's changing the interior, the pattern, the color index, color, tint and shade, pattern, tint and shade, and then it's doing an end width, which is just all this is saying is that all of this selection, this pertains to the selection, and then we're just making it bold. So you can change this code out, and if I also do range D9, I'm just going to take that off, and with selection I'm just going to put with range D9, and then I'll go on and also put that down here. If I was to make this unbolded and put it back to a no fill, and I play this same code, highlight code, we still get the same effects. I can actually even go to this extent to where I was gonna move this into here, but that won't work because font.bold is not part of the interior properties. But in either way, this will be code that we will use to highlight a cell, make it yellow, the background, and then make the actual font bold. So in the previous video we had created code on how to search through the mailing address city and let us know when a certain string existed or did not exist. And so we're going to use that same code, but this time we're just going to add more code to it. So I'm going to just go on and modify it. We'll put message box completed. We're going to keep the do loop. We're going to keep the mailing address city. And here's our if statement. We're going to put if the mailing address city data contains the string Edinburgh, then let's highlight it. So I'm going to paste the code that we got from our other macro, the one that we recorded. I'm going to highlight it and press tab to just align the formatting. Now there's two things that we're going to need to change. We're not going to be changing D9. We want to change what's in column D and the row number that we're working with. So that's really the only changes you're going to make, but you have to make it to this section up here and the section down at the bottom that says the range D9 dot font dot bold equals true. Just change out the range. And this should work without any other changes. So let's go on and close this out. Go back to our workbook. Take us out of design mode. I'm just going to leave this as yellow, even though it's mission. I'm going to click read data, and it should highlight all of the Edinburghs. So let's try this out. And it's working, and it said message box completed, the code that we set up. So if we scroll through, we're not using any kind of conditional formatting. All we're doing is using VBA, and we highlighted and made the cell bold anytime a certain condition was met. In this case, it contained the data Edinburgh. So that does complete this video. This was part 5. In the next and last video, we'll be showing how to delete rows when these conditions are met. Thank you for watching.